So 2 years ago when I left Turkey to join King Abdullah University's accelerator to create the accelerator programs, one of the fundamental reasons why I chose to do that move was we didn't see too many technology heavy entrepreneurs. They were all, oh, we want to do another startup on social media, we want to do new social networking, we want to do a marketplace, we want to do e-commerce. That's like 3 years ago this was the case, and I left. And I've been coming here every year since then, and every year the number of technical heavy startups have been increasing. Before there were programs especially funded by the National Science Foundation, by TÜBİTAK, but those were always RG on research and development funds. The teams were young entrepreneurs who were really trying to do an R&D project, not a startup. And in the last couple of years, most of the universities have started to build stronger programs directed to those IP-heavy, technology-heavy teams and taught them to become startups. So there are a couple of universities that are doing it very nicely. There are a couple of private incubators, and Burak has upped the game a lot by allowing lots of integrations to happen. So for me, I am more interested in heavy technology startups because in the university that I work for, we have PhD students and master students primarily that are doing research, that are inventing the next technologies on many different levels, in IoT, in nanotechnologies, in robotics. So the more I start seeing those kind of technology heavy or differentiating point creative startups or unique value propositions, the more I started seeing full-time entrepreneurs instead of this what I call half-ass entrepreneurs. Like, I am working in a company, I'm still a student, I don't want to quit my job, but here's a good idea. If you give me money, I'll quit my job. I think we cut that bullshit significantly, and now we see it's not a bad thing to build a lifestyle business, but that's not a startup we want to create. We want to see high growth potential, high impact creating, scalable, geographically expandable startups, and technology enables that. So the more I see analytics companies on social media, but not a new social media platform, the more I see a drone company, but not just a small IoT device, the more I see smart houses, appliances, rather than a new marketplace, I get really happier. This year, there was 59, I think, startups that pitched. And this is the first year that the number of startups that I wanted to talk, that I gave my card on the spot, is now double digit. This is good because now with the connections that the university I work for has and the potential of new embedded technologies, I will be able to go back to these startups and say, here's another value proposition. Here's a PhD student that's working on the same project. Here's a master's student that has an IoT company. And that's going to increase a lot of value. And one good thing is, I think in the last couple of years, the amount of funding has been limited for multiple reasons, for the economy, for politics, whatever. And these teams have figured out ways to earn money. Yeah. So this is one of the, I think in Startup Istanbul, I felt the same this last year, Startup Istanbul. And now we have more startups coming and can really show traction. I'm already in the market, I'm selling 10,000 units. I'm already in the market, I have 50,000 page views. I'm already in the market, I am actually making money. And it means they really worked hard to prove that the business models work. And when they come on stage and say, I got this working, but now I need investments, it's much a healthier discussion with the investors. Yeah, I need to grow, and yes, that's why I'm investing. But if you don't give me the money, I'm not asking for that because I'm going to keep growing my business.
I can keep living.
That's significantly important. I see it in perfectly said. And in emerging economies, unless there are startups who keep on increasing their sales figures, proving more business models, the tangibility of the businesses, the more we'll start really seeing impact. And then the investors will go, yes, 2 years ago we were complaining we didn't have entrepreneurs enough, but this year, well, these guys are good. I wish I could have the second fund ready so I can invest. So that's going to kind of elevate their games. I'm pretty happy for this year's batch.
Definitely.